Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel today. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about portfolio for virtual assistant. So if you want to get clients as a virtual assistant, one of the most important things that you need to have is a portfolio. Okay. So a portfolio helps you show potential clients what you can do, even if you don't have many paid jobs yet. In this video, I'm going to be showing you what a virtual assistant portfolio is, why you need one, how to create a professional portfolio using Google Drive. I'll also explain the sections every VA portfolio must contain. So let's dive into it. Now, the first thing we are going to be looking at is what is a virtual assistant portfolio? I hope you can see my screen. So a virtual assistant portfolio is just simply a document or folder that shows your skills, the services you offer, tools you can use, samples of your work, and your experience. Think of it as your professional presentation to clients. Instead of just telling clients what you can do, your portfolio shows a proof of your skills. This makes it easier for clients to trust you. So your portfolio now, because it contains samples of job you've done in the past, telling more about you, it makes the client able to believe you instead of you just saying it with your mouth or just mouth of words about what you have done, but he's actually seen samples of work you have done in the past, thereby bringing trust in your way. So let's look at why virtual assistants need a portfolio. A portfolio helps you show professionalism. It makes you stand out from other virtual assistants. Imagine people are submitting a particular, like a CV for other jobs, and you included your portfolio. You are certainly going to stand out, not just a paper, not just a CV telling about work you have done in the past and your name and everything, but you are adding a sample of your work to it, a portfolio that shows sample of what you have done in the past. So it makes you stand out from other virtual assistants. It helps you build trust with clients. It demonstrates your skills with real life experience examples, and increases your chances of getting hired. So even if you're a beginner, you can still create sample projects and include them in your portfolio. But if you are looking to get like a real life experience with clients and all of that, so that you can include in your portfolio, you can also go for volunteer jobs. I've made a video on how you can get volunteer jobs, so you can also get jobs, also include them as part of your portfolio, samples in your portfolio. But if you have no experience, nothing, you can create sample projects and add them to your portfolio. For example, it's I know that if you trained as a virtual assistant, you must have been given some assignments to do. All those are samples you can include in your portfolio. Okay. So how do you create a portfolio? So there are so many other platforms you can use to create a portfolio, but for the purpose of this class, we are focusing on Google Drive. So you can use Canva, you can use Notion, etc. You can even use Google Sites. For most of us that find using Google Sites difficult, you can use Google Drive, which is very easy for you to do and send to your client. Okay. So these are some other platforms you can create a portfolio on. But for the purpose of this class, we are looking at Google Drive. Okay. So we're going to do a practical on that. But first of all, let's look at the sections that every virtual assistant portfolio must have. Number one is the cover page. You should have a cover page. It's the first thing the clients will see. Your cover page should include your name, your title, a professional tagline, your email or contact. Optional, a professional photo. It's optional. You can add a photo or not. Example is Jane Smith. It should be like this. This should be your cover photo. Then another section is about me. It introduces you to your potential clients, who you are, your professional background, your skills, the type of clients you help. Then also, example here is, hello, my name is Jane Smith. I'm a dedicated virtual assistant who helps entrepreneurs and businesses manage administrative tasks. I specialize in email management, scheduling, and lead generation. So you can keep it short and professional. That page that talks about you, keep it short and professional. Then the next thing that should be included is your services. This section, you list the services you offer as a virtual assistant. It can include administrative support, email management, calendar management, lead generation, social media management, data entry, customer support, etc. So make sure you are listing services that you are confident doing. Then another section of it should be tools. Many clients want to know the tools you're familiar with, so you should include tools. Example: Google Docs, Google Sheets, Microsoft Excel, Trello, Asana, Slack, etc. Anything you are comfortable working with, include it. Especially if that portfolio is tailored to a particular job. So include tools that are needed in that particular job. Okay, so you can list them in bullets. Please bear in mind that you cannot be submitting, you cannot be, trying to apply for a job, and you are submitting a portfolio that does not align with that job. So you can always create different portfolios for different jobs, making sure that all the tools and everything they need for that particular job is included in your portfolio. So you can have different portfolios as well. So this shows that you already know how to use common business tools when you list all these tools that you know how to use. Number five, it's work samples. This is one of the most important sections of your portfolio. In fact, what I do in this one we're going to look at, we put the work samples ahead so that clients can just click on that folder and see all the things you've done. For example, you've done lead generation in the past, you can add all the sheets there, like a PDF, add everything you've done. You've done and you've worked a project management tool like Asana before. You can just screenshot Asana, add them here. It shows maybe you've set up some team on Asana. You can just screenshot it and put it there. It shows kind of the things that you've done, the tools you can use, the platforms you've worked on. You are showing real life samples. Okay, so that is what this work sample is all about. So it says here you should show example of tasks you have done before. Examples of work sample could be data entry spreadsheet, lead generation list, just like I said, social media post design. So if you've done designs for social media, you can add it there. Email management sample, you can screenshot an email. Maybe you've created some labels and all of that and arrange an email. You can screenshot it and add it. These are work samples. Then calendar scheduling example, you've scheduled a meeting or whatever on a calendar. You can screenshot it and add it here. So these are your work samples of what you have done in the past. If you are someone does something like mainly, maybe let's say you do things like managing some CRMs, you can just screenshot those CRMs and put them there. But if the things you've done are in a sheet, you can convert the sheet to a PDF and put it there. If you don't know how to convert any document to PDF, let me know in the comment section and I'll make a video on that. Okay, so now all these samples you've gathered, now upload these files to Google Drive and include the links in your portfolio. So you can upload them in your Google Drive as well. Now you may be wondering, if I put all of these things in my Google Drive, how do I send it to the client? It's simple. If you don't know how to use Google Drive, we'll have a video on how to use Google Drive. And what you can do is just copy the link to that drive. Make sure that you're giving access that anyone with that link can view. And you can give a viewer access and not an editor access, so that whenever you send it to any client, they can easily open it and look at it. So the mistake you'll be making is not giving access with that link. If not, you are wasting your time. You find out that all the places you've submitted links to your portfolio, nobody is looking at it because you denied them access. So make sure that it is on view access for everybody if you are sharing the link. So all you need to do is when you put them in the drive, then you share the link to whoever or whatever client or you are submitting that portfolio to. So another section is experience. You should mention the experience you have. This will include freelance work, volunteer work, internship, personal project, every job you've done. If you work with a company, you can include them there. So example is virtual assistant, freelance, provided lead generation. Give a detailed description of what you've done in that particular company. Then another, you see here, provide a lead generation data entry services for small businesses. Here, this is an example of an experience. He worked as a virtual assistant, freelancing, and also administrative assistant. He did an internship, help manage emails, schedule, and documents. Now, testimonial is another section. Testimonials are feedback from people you have worked with. This could include clients, internship supervisors, people you volunteered for. So that's what I told you. If you know you want to get testimonial, if you are new and you've gotten samples of jobs you've done, like you did a sample, some samples are included in your portfolio, and you're now looking for testimonials, you can now do volunteer job. Okay, I'll tag the link. I'll tag the video where I taught how to get volunteer jobs, because when you do volunteer jobs, you are certainly getting some testimonials. So that's why I encourage us to do some volunteering jobs so that I can get feedback and testimonial for clients. Testimonial helps other clients know that you have worked with someone before and this is what they have to say about you. But if you don't have any testimonial, you can also skip this section about testimonial. Okay, so example of a testimonial is that the client will just say, "You are a very organized, reliable. She helped our team, manage emails and schedule efficiently." Okay, so if you don't have testimonial yet, you can always add them later, like I said. Then certifications is another section which is very, very important. So if you have taken any courses, any training, include them here. Okay, list them here. You can even add a link to that particular certificate, or you can even include them here. Okay, upload them in this testimonial aspect part or something. Okay, so every course you have taken, whether project management courses, virtual assistant courses, whatever course that's related to that particular job you are taking, just include them here. You can just create you can include them here, or you can upload them to Google Drive and include the link here. You can also create a subfolder in your portfolio and include them here. So another aspect, or another section a portfolio should have is the contact information. So always end your portfolio with contact details, just in case they want to reach out to you. Email address, LinkedIn profile, portfolio link, phone number. So just make it easy for clients to reach you. Okay, so finally, what I want to say is, before you share your portfolio, make sure that the document looks clean and organized. All links that you've included in it works properly. Your grammar is correct, your work samples are clear. A well-organized portfolio can increase your chances of getting hired as a virtual assistant. You can also use Canva, Notion, Google Sites, MS PowerPoint, e.g. to create a portfolio. So now let's go to the practical aspect on how to create a portfolio. So here now we'll be going to our Google Drive. So let's look at Google Drive. Let's look at our Google Drive. So let's look at Google Drive. When we open our Google Drive, this is our Google Drive right now. So once we are opened here, the next thing you do is to go to new. When you get to new, click on new folder. So when you have clicked on new folder, give your folder your name. If your name is, let's use the name Chioma Okeke portfolio. Okay, so this is it, Chioma Okeke for virtual assistant portfolio. You can add your title here, virtual assistant portfolio. Okay, then you click on create. So when you have clicked on create, you certainly have a portfolio. This is your portfolio. Then open it. So you click on it and get your portfolio opened. So once it is open, you can start adding things to it. Before now, you must have prepared everything about you, both about you. You must have written it down. So what I did is here now, you can put them in a PDF. You can write them on the Google Docs and download them as a PDF document and have them ready. All the sections I've talked about, just download them and have them ready. Sections like your services, cover page, about me, all those things, tools that you use, you've listed them in a particular document. Example is a Google Docs. You list them on different Google Docs documents and convert them to PDF so that you can easily upload them to your portfolio. Remember, this is your portfolio. Then the next thing you have to do now is to add. Click on add file upload. Now you can start adding them one after the other. You can start with a cover letter, a cover page. For the cover page, what I did was this is a cover page. So you select, you can even, if there are plenty, you can select all at once. So this is the cover page. This is the first thing that the client is going to see it here, cover page. When I open it, you see here, you see cover page. You see the way this cover page is. Admin support, social media, project management, etc. You see a cover page. You can replace this with your picture, your main picture. So this is the cover page. Now you can add another one, file upload. That is about me. Where is about me? So you can add about me here. You can add another page which is about me. This is about me. So this is another page you can remember that I have created. These are like what I'm adding now is, you can rename it to about me. What I'm adding now is are images that I created. So you can you can make your cover page and about me, can turn it to an image, but others you can include them in your PDF, in your documents like Google Docs. So what are you can use Canva to create this and add them to your portfolio. So this is about me. Then I can rename it to about me. Let me rename it about me. So if I rename it to about me now, it's going to about me. So this is it. Remember, your cover page should be first. So I want my cover page to first. That's why I put that hyphen there. So this is it about me. So when a client is opening this, it's going to be seeing them one after the other. Then another thing is you can upload the tools. You can do it serially, just like cover page, about me, services you offer. So these are the services and tools. So you can upload this one and name it services and tools, just like that. So you upload them one after the other. Okay, this is also an image. You can make the first three your services and this thing as an image. um Services and tools. So when a client opens this, he's seeing everything about you. Okay, then when it comes to work samples now, you can also include experience. Now for experience, you can download experience, you can add experience. Remember, for your experience, you can put it in a Google Doc. Okay, when you put it in a Google Doc document, then you download it as a PDF document and upload it here. But if you don't want to use a PDF, you can also do a design, just like I did for this one. So you see experience now is in PDF format. I'll put it here. You see it. So this is experience, explaining the experience that you have. These are things: virtual assistant, the proper remote, US, UK. You see it: manage tenant communication, admin support. Stating the things where you have worked before and experience. So another thing you can add is your testimonials, contact information. You click on file upload and go to, maybe let's go to certifications. You include all the certifications that you've had here. So it means that once you give someone a link to this portfolio, to this folder, they are going to see all of this. So this is certifications. So I open it, you see my certifications here, and there's even a link. Now, another thing you can add here is your testimonial. Remember, you can put all of this in a PDF format. Testimonial, you can add them here. So this is testimonials, the testimonies that clients have given about you and all of that. Okay. So another thing now, the most important part of everything that you are doing here is the most important thing here is your work samples. Samples is very important. Okay. So let this one be the cover page, about me, and everything can be that way. So the most important of everything that you're doing here is your work samples. Now your work samples may come in different forms. It could be that you have work samples in different sheets and all of that. There are ways you can do that. You can convert that sheet to a PDF and then add them one after the other. File upload. Let's look for a sheet. So let's say this is a sheet that contains this is a sheet. I can add them either one after the other and name it work sample one. See, this one is something I have done. I can rename it work sample one, add them, or name it work sample lead generation of hotels or something like that. Just name it. Or this is one way you can add your work sample. This is the most important part of this whole thing. This is one way you can add your work sample. Another way that you can add your work sample is by creating a subfolder inside this folder. How do you create a subfolder? You come here, look at here, click on this new folder and name it work samples. Okay, work samples. Then all those work samples, you can now put them into this subfolder. This is a subfolder. Click on it and then add them. File upload. If we go back and add that same sheet, open, and it's inside. You see it? So this is a subfolder on this folder. So let's click on this. You see all of this. When you click all of this, you see them, but this is a work sample. So in here, you can add as many, you see it here, you see the sheet, this is a sheet. You can add as many sheets, anything that you want to add as a work sample, like you are making it more organized, putting it in a place. Okay, so this is just how to build a simple um virtual assistant portfolio. If you're a beginner, if you don't want to use websites like Google Sites, you can also use Google Sites. It's like a website. If this is so difficult for you to do, please use Google Drive. Now, just look at when you send the link to a client and they open it, they can even swipe through it like a website. See, this one is open now. The clients can be going like this, looking at your details and everything. Okay, you see it, see even your work samples and everything. So it works like a website, but not really a website, but something good to present and put together all that you have done. So how do you share this to a client? You just click here and go to share. You see, copy link. But you can click on this place and it take you to another page. So make sure that you are giving access. If you don't know how to give access, just here, then come here, click on this share, then copy this link. But here, make sure you give access anyone with the link, and then copy the link and send to the person, send to the client, whosoever that you want to send your portfolio to. That is how you get the link to this portfolio. Thank you so much. I hope you learned a lot in this video. Please leave your thoughts and your likes in the comment section. Do well to share this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification button so that you will be among the first to be notified about every new video that we post. See you next time. Bye.